Generic greetings and welcome to Construction plus Prison-Arcitect plus Alpha 12 episode 3. In the previous episode, we got a fair amount of construction actually done. All of the buildings you see here, all of the buildings on this map were actually completed and built in just one episode, in the previous episode only, which I'm really happy with. What I'm more happy with is the amount of money we have left over. We have 36,058 generic credits to use to populate the remaining buildings. Obviously, we're not going to build all of these ones up here and all of the ones down here. We're not going to have nowhere near enough money for that, but we should have enough to furnish the workshop and the common room and, well, that says yard, but it's actually laundry. So, that's what we'll be doing this episode, and hopefully getting some prisoners as well. Let me just unpause it for the time being while I actually get on with some construction. There's been a couple of changes that I'm going to implement, so let me just delete this wall and add a wall there, and also move the common room over a little bit. The reason for that is because, well, A, we don't need that big a common room, and B, the main reason, is because this workshop is a little bit too small. We might not be able to actually fill it up with the full 20 prisoners. It was very close to it. I don't know the exact ratio. I should really look into that sort of thing, but specific numbers like that I just tend to forget anyway. But either way, we didn't really have enough room for tables to store the metal and such. So I've actually, well, sorted that out now, so we should be able to have a row of tables along either side, so that should be enough there. We've also made a couple of other changes as well, and this is probably the biggest change, well, certainly to date. But also, we normally don't make the changes this late in the day. Episode 1 is me planning things, Episode 2 is me starting construction, and normally changing things to based on the feedback that is received. But, you know, I'm not against changing things later in the day. But so, we have actually altered, or we're going to alter the cell blocks. Now, these cell blocks originally, originally they had the cells facing that way. Like that way, so it was 3 by 2, and that was the idea, and then put them down either side and still have them open plan like you see here. And then in the previous episode, I decided to spin them round and have them like that, so we can fit 4 down either side, and then 3 in the centre, which would go for 12 in each one, which meant overall I think we could have 130 odd, or something like that, in this entire place, which is actually over budget. I budgeted for about 100 prisoners. I didn't really want any more. Various reasons for that, primarily the performance issue. My PC isn't exactly a slouch, but it does chug, especially when we get 100 prisoners and trying to record, etc. So I don't think I certainly don't want any more than that. So I actually went over my original intended sort of numbers. I have replanned it based on people's feedback, as well as a couple of other suggestions and whatnot, to now have it like this. As you can see, we have individual cell blocks now. We're going to have these still facing down like they are, so they're going to be 2 by 3, so just like this bit here. Then we're going to wall it off, as you can see, we're going to wall it off and have in each individual section, so we're back to the more classic Prison-Arcitect individual cell design, instead of the more open plan like this, which is, to be fair enough, I did that in the previous episode, in the previous alpha with Pod Prison, so this one, we're going back to the roots again. We're going to have individual cells. Then the centre, we're going to have a row of benches, so bench, then a bit of a gap, and then a bench. But then on each side of these benches, like so, we're going to have a phone booth. And we'll designate that as common room, and then we'll have 4 phones in each one. I might even move this bench up a bit, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But that is the plan, and then we should have more than enough to, you know, to be able to comfortably house our prisoners. Let me pause it for a second while I'm talking, because I don't want to run through the night. But yes, that is the plan, and with that we should have about, I believe it's 96 prisoners it equates to, because there'll be 8 in each block, and I believe it'll be 98 overall, or 96 overall, something like that. It's just about 100, which is about what I wanted to get, so that's what we're going to do. Again, I'm not against changing things, which is why we've made this change, for good or ill. So yeah, so let's brick this off, shall we? Like so. We're going to put all these bricks in. Bricks cost a fair amount of money, like I've just spent a fair amount just then. Let me go to objects and dismantle object, and dismantle all of these objects in the center here. This is our cell block that is no longer going to be Well, it is going to be a cell block, but we're not going to have cells in the middle, so we've dismantled that, and now we can unpause it. There's been a bit of feedback to do with this here, saying, oh, you can hardly see it, but this is where we got our power station and water pump, and people said we should move it up, move it around, and I've tried various combinations, but to be honest, I'm just going to have to leave it where it is. The plan is, though, and this is long-term, I must state now, is that that power station's going to stay. We're not going to move that. If we go to utilities for a moment, we can see it powers, well, everything at the moment, but long term, what I'm going to do is have this spare room, because it is just a spare room at the moment, have that spare room house a generator, because we can have a power plant like that, then the capacitors go around like so, and we'll have that powering all of the fridges and the cookers, because they tend to draw a fair amount of power, power all of the centre section, and possibly, and this is only possibly, the top bit up here. Possibly. It will primarily, however, power the kitchen, as I said, the visitation, the canteen, and the security station, which is here, which will be able to have probably 8 CCTV monitors, so we'll have like a 4 in a circle and then another 4 in a circle. That's what the plan is, because they tend to draw a lot of power as well, and I don't think that this power station will be able to power all of the bottom bit, all of this bit up here, all of the centre bit, as well as the workshop. With the workshop is what's going to tip it over the edge, if anything is. Obviously, we also have the this bit as well, which is going to be our laundry. That draws a fair amount of power. So yes, there's a fair amount to actually keep an eye on, which is why we're going to split it off eventually. For the time being, we're going to leave it as is. Actually, it looks like they've dismantled that now. Let me go to utilities for a moment, and do I demolish all of this? Demolish, because that really is quite sloppy, isn't it? Let me just demolish them like that. There we go, that's much better. And now we can also plumb in this area here, like... Do I need to plumb in that in? No, we'll leave that. Actually, we've got more showers than we need now. We've got 1, 2, 3... Oh, we've got 12 showers where we're only gonna house 8 prisoners in each one. That's okay though. It means they can, you know, if Gerald's there and Bob's here, then they don't like each other, they can go to another one. Fantastic. Right, let me get the main thing up and running, and the main thing is this. This is our workshop. Let me just dismantle these doors and move it along, because that is now the new centre. This is the workshop, and someone rightly suggested that what we should do is get the workshop at least half complete, or at least get something in it, because otherwise it will take an age to do, to actually, you know, construct the rest of the prison, and it means if I get it up early, I can then, you know, avoid the sort of putting in the money and such. Which I totally agree with, because I'm really, really, really trying to avoid it. Anyway, that's been dismantled now. Let's put in the laundry, shall we? So I'm only going to put in... Actually, where's the water coming from? Let me check my utilities. The water's probably going to run up here. And I'm going to run the water pipe up here and then along like so. So the best thing to do would be to have... How many washing machines do I need? I probably only need 4, but I'm only going to put 2 in to start with, because you really don't need any more. Not yet. We'll put 1 and 2 like that, and we'll just put 2 in. Utilities, water, small pipe. Now, do I run the utilities pipe up and around? How much would that cost me? Actually, it would cost me almost nothing, maybe a couple of thou. So let's just do it, because I'm eventually going to do this anyway. So let me just run the water pipe. There we go. It's going to cost me not much money at all. 1,000, maybe 1,500 if that. So there's that water pipe put in. And then we can run the water pipe down like so. So obviously the laundry is going to be here. We can have all the laundry carts and such. And I'm going to put the paths in as well, because put them in early, it means they're going to walk faster and along and round and etc, etc. Yes, I know that this concrete is actually normal speed. You get fast speed of it as well. Several people were quite insistent. I'll use the word insistent over anything else, but they were quite insistent that I was somewhat of an imbecile, because I put in the paving slabs, was it? No, it was concrete tiles. I put in paving tiles here, and I said I was going to speed it up, but obviously you get paving stone to start off with, which is walk speed fast. Well, that's actually outdoor only, but it's concrete floor, which is walk speed fast. So, you know, concrete tiles, really adding them, it doesn't add anything other than looks. But anyway, I plan on using, I think, probably mosaic or something in this one. I promised someone for some reason that I was going to use mosaic for various reasons, so we're going to probably move and use a different one. Anyway, so while they're constructing all that pipe and that bit, we shall check out what we need to do. We need to get this done. Yeah, we definitely need to get that done, and then put all the benches in and such. Actually, let me go to objects, and then jail door, put that jail door there and that jail door there, and then we can go to materials and then brick wall, and then click on the brick wall either side and brick it up to the new center. There we go, done. Right, so I just need to wait for them to actually construct this massive water pipe. I'm not going to speed it up because it tends to just lag it out, so... Oh yes, sort of an announcement, sort of more of a confirmation, because I've mentioned it in a couple of tweets, as well as... well, primarily in tweets. By the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, link in the description. It's best just to follow me on there if you want to know news about videos that are coming out, etc. But there has been, as of late, less Prison-Arcitect episodes, and that trend will be continuing on for the foreseeable future. And I'll explain why. When I originally started the channel, I wanted... Well, actually, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I knew I wanted to make a YouTube channel for various reasons that I'm not going to go into now. That's a long and drawn out story that I may at some point tell. But I wanted to just pretty much make what I want. I wanted just to do some sort of content, like I say, for various reasons. There's several reasons, but I'm not going to go into them now. And obviously, it's turned out to be, you know, I do a fair amount of Prison-Arcitect content, which is fair enough, fine. I really like the game, people like watching it. It's primarily why I'm guessing people are subscribed to my channel. However, I want to diversify the channel. The main reason is that I just don't think it's sustainable. The thing is, I do a fair amount of Prison-Arcitect content. I have done in the past, probably over 100 episodes now of Prison-Arcitect, which is fine. But eventually, and this is inevitable, I and you will get bored of it. It's just inevitable. It is a game at the end of the day. Eventually, we will get bored. We will run out of things to do, and what will that leave me with? Nothing. If that happens and I'm just doing Prison-Arcitect, then that'll be it. And I don't want that. I really like showing interesting different games, doing content, diversifying the channel to a point where I can pretty much do the content I want to make and have fun with it, expand it. I've done a couple of videos as of late that are different to anything I've done previously, and I'm just, you know, trying different things out and just enjoying it, and that was the whole point, really, of sort of doing the channel. That was one of the reasons I wanted to, you know, just do content that I wanted to create, and because of that, I'm reducing the amount of Prison-Arcitect episodes that I make, because otherwise the channel is just going to be swamped and bloated with that. It already sort of was, and I'm trying to fix that, and I have sort of fixed that now, because as you've probably noticed, there's been a lot less episodes, but that doesn't actually mean less Prison-Arcitect content, and I'll explain why. I'll explain why after I put in the workshop saws and presses. Let me put some saws in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might even put some more in, but we'll see. Yes, the reason there's not going to be less Prison-Arcitect content is because I'm making the episodes longer. Each episode will be... I'm aiming for at least an hour, probably a little bit longer if I can manage it. So even though there's going to be less episodes of Prison-Arcitect, less instances of it, when I do actually release one, which I'm planning on for about 2 per week, two episodes of Prison-Arcitect per week, but they'll be about an hour and a bit long. That's the plan, which means instead of doing 3 or 4 Prison-Arcitect episodes a week, which equate to about 30 minutes each, I'll be doing 2 1-hour plus episodes, which means that the same amount of content is there. There's still the same amount of Prison-Arcitect. We're still getting the same amount of time, but it's just more condensed into less episodes, which means the other days that I've got free from that, I can actually use to, you know, do other content, etc., etc. Which, you know, I know some people are not happy with, but frankly... you can do one if you don't really like it. I'm sorry to say that, but I really don't want to be forced into making Prison-Arcitect content. I get several posts on my other videos saying, "Oh, you do more Prison-Arcitect." Well, if I just do that, eventually it's going to be washed out. And if I'm happy making other things as well, then I'll be, you know, more energetic when I actually do play this. So it sounds quite harsh, but it's how it is, really. Yeah. Sounds harsh, doesn't it? It sounds really harsh when I say it as well, but yeah. Come to peace with it, I guess. Most people have. Most people have said, you know what, I actually like these new episodes. Most of the episodes, the other ones like the preview videos and all the other stuff that I'm making, people have embraced and said, yeah, that's pretty good. And the people that haven't, then, I'm sorry, well, you're just going to have to, you know, you're just going to have to come to peace with it, really. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling about that. So, let's actually get on with the construction of this. That's the announcement. Like I say, follow me on Twitter. That's the best thing to do because I will announce videos. You'll know when Prison-Arcitect episodes are coming out, etc, etc. Right, let's get on with the actual construction part of this video, shall we? Because it's not going to be called Ranting plus Prison-Arcitect, although that's probably one of the other episodes. Right, let me plumb this in. Let's actually get some electricity to these washing machines, and let's put in the pipe as well. So, where do I put the pipe? Do I drag it down here and then put a stopcock there? I think it's going to be the best option, isn't it? Let me do that and then put a pipe valve there. And then we can actually turn the water off. We can also turn the power off down the bottom there as well. It's a bit dodgy that there's going to be a water, a pipe there and a pipe valve there and a switch there. Bit strange. Anyway, let's go to objects and go to ironing board. Actually, no. Do I want ironing board first? Ironing board. Yeah, ironing board. We'll put a couple of ironing... Oh, no. We'll put them in that way. Do we put them in that way? That way, I guess. Put 2 in for now. And then we'll go to our table. Put in a table. And another table, I guess. And then we can go to our laundry basket. And put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Job done. There's our laundry done. We can also go to rooms and laundry and designate all that as laundry. There we go. Right, so, oh, we need some sort of power there. I'm realised that that's probably going to blow this thing up, isn't it? Ah, crap, I'm about to power the entire bloody prison down. Here we go. Is it going to power it down? Cancel that one, cancel that one, bollocks. Ooh! Well, that was close. Nope, there it goes. Yay, it hasn't blown up. Ba-doom. As I click, I can see it just go ba-doom and power down. Oops, right. 2 more capacitors, there we go. Well, it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. Right, how much money have we got? 12,000, so we're getting close to where I really need to... I can't really build anymore, so let me put a couple of benches in. Like so. There we go, there's the benches put in. We can go to rooms and the workshop. And fill that with workshop. There we go. There's that workshop done. Is there any more doors I can put on? Oh, deployment's now done, which is good. So we can make staff only that section, that section, that section, and that section. And also make the kitchen staff only, which is fine. And that area is staff only. And I think that will do us for now. I need to put the path in, but I can't really afford it. Let me see. Is this all powered up now? They're still waiting to put this in. Come on, are you going to put the capacitors in? Because, you know, for the time being, we can't do anything. No? Do you want to put it in? There we go. I think that guy's putting it in. Is he going to do it? Yes. He's got the danger work. This is Terry. He's our resident electrician, and he's now putting a big high voltage 3-phase capacitor in, which is hopefully not going to kill him. He's quite a professional. Come on. Faster. And there we go. Right, let's start turning these on, shall we? So switch all these on. We have to go down them manually. Yeah, there we go, there we go. And finally there. And that should be able to power everything on. Yep, there we go. We're very close though, but we're also going to put in that capacitor there, which should give us a little bit of leg room. I'm just going to have to be very wary when I actually put the other things in. So, I don't need to furnish that cell anymore. What I do need to do is go to Objects and Bench and put in a bench. I've actually put it in the wrong place. Put it there. And, was it there? It was there, yes, there. Then we go to our telephone booth and put one there. One there. Put in phone booth, like so. And we can go to rooms and common room, put one there. And, it'll be there, and there, and there. Right? That should be about right. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, perfect. Done. Oh, and there we go. There's all the steel. The inevitable steel that gets turned up. Yes, lovely. Right, so that's that room done. Obviously, we're going to have metal detectors as well. That's one of the big things with Alpha 12. Contraband and metal detectors. I'm going to put one metal detector in, which means... How was our power? Our power's good, but metal detectors draw a fair amount of power from them, rightly. So let's go to metal detector and put one in there. And then we're going to go to our materials and fence and fence it off either side so they can't go round. There we go, and that's blocked them in there. 9,749. Let me go to reports and go to our prisoners and open up normal risk. Now, I have a plan for this. Eventually, I'm going to have high-risk prisoners. There's a couple of reasons for that. Primarily because I haven't done it in a while, and it's interesting. It's not interesting at kicking off. I don't want it violence. I'm not about that. As I've said several times. I want to build a nice prison. I want to build something that works, is functional, looks okay. But I want to obviously keep it interesting, which is why I am going to go with high risk eventually. But I'm going to get normal risk for the time being. That'll allow us to test the prison out, as it were. So alpha test it and beta test it, make sure everything's okay. Any problems we can, alter before the people who like to kick off turn up. That is the plan. And then, as we get new prisoners, we can start phasing out of the low risk and phasing out the normal risk and putting in high risk. That is the plan, and that's what we are going to do. Is that going to power us down? No, it doesn't actually take that much of power. Anyway, that's the metal detector in. So, there's our cell block done. That's what we're going to have for all of these as we go down. What do I need to do? I need to sort the regime out as well, but we've got a little bit more construction to do. What do I need to sort out? Security. I need to make sure that is secure. Well, that's no risk. Let me go to deployment. That's prisoner. This is staff only. That's all staff only. Infirmary can be staff only at some point as well. This is staff only. That's okay. This isn't. I think that's about right. Laundry is obviously going to keep as is. Is that the doors? Yeah, you can see the laundry machine doors through this view. Common room workshop is all done. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. So we need to go to... Actually, let me just go to jobs. Maximum 20 in there. Maximum 17. Maximum 7. That's perfect. That is absolutely fine. Let me go to our materials and concrete tiles. And concrete tile all the way along here. Let's say I'm going to concrete tile all of this area. Or at least the areas they're going to walk on. So all the way up to sort of here. And then in, as well as the common room, and up along here. There we go. And that should do us. Is that done? That's about done? Yeah, we're about done. Right, 8 grand to finish off the common room, or at least do a little bit of something with the common room. Pool table, shall we? I think we'll put a couple of pool tables in. Do we just put them like that on the side? Probably the best idea, isn't it? How much are TVs as well? 200. We need to put some pool tables in, and we also need to put in some televisions. So I'm going to probably go... Pool table, pool table, pool table, pool table for them. And TV, we are literally going to do this. Job done. There's all of that done. And with that, I'm probably going to have to add some more capacitors. In fact, you know what? Let me add 2 more capacitors. That takes us to 4,279, which is very close to having just, nothing. Ah, this is a problem. We have 10 prisoners arriving. I can only hold 8, which means I'm going to have to finish this cell block off, which is fine with me. So we can go to bed, put the beds in, which technically we already have because we dismantled it from there. And now we can go to our toilet, which again we already have. So this isn't really costing anything at all. Put them in. Then we go to benches. Put in a bench each side. We can put a phone booth in, which is a fair amount of money actually. Phone booths. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can go to shower heads if I can actually find them. I've lost it. Zoom in right here. Oh, there we go. Shower heads. I'm still going to put in the more than what we need, but it doesn't really matter. Their shower heads are in. Utilities. Small pipe. Drive the small pipe straight down the center. Power that up like so. Connect it up. There we go. And then connect these like so. There we go. Job done. So, that should be enough for... Yeah, that should be enough, right? I think that is all we need for the time being. Let me just get rid of these so we can actually see things. Let me replan these. Yeah, I was going to have doors in there, but is there any point? Don't know if there's any point in having doors going there, so we're just going to do that. Yes, so... Them cells are getting done. Benches are getting put in. Cancel them off there. This is a solitary, which I haven't actually done anything with. Pretty much don't plan on doing anything with for the time being. Let me go to objects, large jail door, put a large jail door there. Materials, brick wall, brick that wall off. And probably do the same to that. And then go to objects and put a... How much is a staff door? Let's put in a staff door there. and that'll connect that bit off, and then this is section, then we can start putting CCTV in. I'm going to hire probably 4 guards and a couple of chefs as well, but only once we go through to day 6, because then we don't have to pay the wages. Let me go to our regime, which we need to actually fix. Well, we need to do something with. So let's go to nothing and designate all this as nothing, just so we have a blank canvas. Now, this is something I'm going to adjust at some point, the whole thing, the whole regime, but for the time being, I'm just going to go with my tried and tested, which is up to 5 o'clock if sleep, and then shower time at 6, and then 2 hours of free time. And that'll be 2 hours of eat, 2 hours of free time, and then several hours of work. Let me just go to eat. And then work is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. Then we can go 2 hours of free time. No, sorry. That's hours of free time. 2 hours of eat, like so. Oh, I've messed that up. And then 2 hours at the end. So we have 12 till 5 of sleep, which actually is too much. You don't need that much. Let me adjust that, shall we? Let's go. Let's move everything down 1, which is going to be a big pain, but whatever. Free time, free time, free time, because I'll be moving everything down like the work, like so, and then the eat time will be like that, and like that. So there we go, yes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours of designated sleep time, because the thing is they do sleep in their own like free time anyway. So 5 hours of sleep time, 1 hour of shower, 2 hours of free, 2 hours of eat, 2 hours of free, 5 hours of work, 2 hours of free, 2 hours of eat, 3 hours of free. I could probably expand that to an extra hour of work, actually, and probably go to free time, 2 hours of free, 2 hours of eat, 2 hours of free. I think that'll be better, won't it? Yes, there we go. That's the regime I'm going to stick with. I think that should suffice. So, 2,449 generic credits. We are getting minus 5,000 a day. We can hold 16 prisoners overall, which is fine, and they still haven't plumbed these in. How is our electricity supply? It's okay, not too bad. I don't think well, we're not going to be able to power the workshop as well as everything else with just 1 power station. That proves it. We can only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more capacitors for all of this, all of that, another pretty much double the amount of workshop saws and presses. Not technically, we can only have 4 of each more, but almost. Extra bit in the common room, more laundry machines, more cookers, more fridges, CCTV. Nah, it's not going to happen. So, at some point, probably later on in the episodes, we'll do this area here, which will have a power station in there, which will power our CCTV and such, which I'm not putting in at the moment. I'm going to leave it for the time being. I've also realised that I need to go to objects and drain and put in a drain, because I don't have one, and that would flood the entire area, and that would be terrible. Right, let me go planning, get rid of all that planning there, because we're done. Go to materials, concrete tiles, put in our concrete tiles in the entrance like so. Is actually a door on this thing? Yeah, there is a door in the centre. That's good. Whew, that would have been a big pain if we didn't have that. Right, so deliveries. Do I expand deliveries with the tiles? How much is it going to cost? I might as well, because it makes them go quicker. Yeah, there we go. Let's put in the tiles. They're all put in. I need to tile the visitation and such, but I can do that later, at a later date. Yes, all done. I think that's about it. I can't see any other problems, really. We have... Let's just break it down for a moment. We have our canteen, which is enough to have the 10 prisoners we're going to have turning up. Kitchen, which we'll be able to... That'll be able to function once we hire some people. Actually, speaking of that, how much is it going to cost me? This is going to be a problem. I don't have enough to hire all of the people I need to. I can only hire 1 guard and 1 cook. This is going to be interesting. Let me pause it for a moment. Let me go to reports and staff and fire some workmen. And it's auto-saving in the middle of it. Let me start it again. Right. Fire, 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 fire. And now we're getting 100 a day. Do we keep 4? Yeah, we'll keep 4 on the payroll. And we're getting 100 a day now. That's better, which means we should be able to hire 3 staff, which means I'll be able to have 1 cook and 2 guards, which will be enough for my needs, really, just to get them to turn up. I hope. I really do hope. Otherwise, we're going to be selling things like livers and stuff. We'll get a we'll have a chop shop somewhere where we can cut, you have 4 spleens, you don't need all of them. We'll cut the other 3 out for you and sell them on the black market. Done. No, I don't think that's going to be a room they're going to put in. Unless there's a Halloween adventure update or something. Anyway, 12 o'clock, I think. Today's beverage is water. Right, so we have a little bit more money. I can now hire the people I need to. So we can hire a guard. I can hire a cook. And I can hire 1 more guard. I don't have enough yet for another cook. I now only have $449 generic credits, which will be used for sheet metal. Fantastic. Let me go to our deployment and jobs and assign 1 to the laundry, 1 to the cleaning cupboard, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to the workshop. And that should do us. In fact, do I do that for laundry? No, let's undo that one. Let's put 2 on laundry, 1 on cleaning cupboard, and the remaining on the workshop. And that should do us. Let me speed it up so it goes through the night a bit quicker. So, why is there so many lights? I might as well place them about. Shall I place them about? Let me go to objects and lights. There's one thing I've been wanting to do. And something that I have promised myself that I will do in this sort of series. And that's put lights around the place on the outside. Because all of my prisons, and I do mean all of them. Actually, no. The last prison, the pod prison, did have lights outside, but since it was a mainly indoorsy type prison, it was only a tiny bit that we had outside with lights and such. But I have promised myself that I'm going to make this light up outside. So all the gaps and such, the way we don't have anything, I'm going to put lights around so it looks quite nice at night. That is the plan. Again, the plan. But yes, we'll see how long we actually have, because obviously I'm still rolling on the alphas and such. I'm still going to do 1 episode. I'm still going to do 1 prison per alpha and then move on to the next one after completing it and such. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, as I've said earlier, I plan on doing less Prison-Arcitect episodes, but we should still get the same amount of content because I'm increasing the length of them episodes to an hour plus is the idea. Around the hour mark should be the ideal amount. But again, there could be a little bit more, a little bit less. But either way, there's still going to be the same amount of Prison-Arcitect content, as well as those other stuff as well. Because as I said, I really want to diversify the channel. I can't really say that word. There's been several other videos, like preview videos and such of different games, as well as other a little bit more interesting videos where I've just messed about and did other content that I think is still worthy of what I want to put up here, but just a little bit different. Definitely a little bit different, especially the one, the summary video. That was quite different, quite controversial, and yeah, bit weird, but I like that. Like I say, that's the sort of thing I want to do. Just more interesting, different things. That is the plan. One thing I've just realised is that I need to go to rooms and our common room and designate these as common room. There we go. Job done. Might as well go to objects and go to materials, fence, put in a fence like here because it's free, and we might as well have the workers doing something because it's free. There we go. Putting some fence in. Here we go. We have 2 hours until the work normally turns up. So, till the prisons turn up. Look at that! That chef, that cook is getting. That is chef excellence. That is chef excellence. Look at that. He's managing to cook. He's got all 5 cookers on the go. Where's he gone? I thought he walked out. That is chef excellence right there. An excellent set of. An excellent decision there, chef. And he's even putting it out already. Beautiful. He deserves a raise. If I could give him a raise, I would. I wonder if they're going to do that. The thing is, this game, Prison-Arcitect, I know IV have said a couple of times that it's inspired by like Dwarf Fortress, Theme Hospital, that sort of type game. And Theme Hospital, there was something in there where your doctors would ask for a raise and you could give them raises. I wonder if they actually put that in, so you have that micromanaging of the staff. I actually would think that might be alright. I don't know whether I'd want that. I don't know if that would be a good idea, where they would level up, like not level up, but guards would get better at spotting things. Like a guard might be better at noticing certain things, or they would get improvements, experience in detecting things or searching cells and that sort of thing, and you can give them raises. I wonder if they put that micromanaging type thing in the game. I don't know whether I want it. I don't know. I can't decide. I can't decide whether that would be a good idea. What do you think? Put it in the comments. Get a discussion going with other people as well. See what they think. I think that would be quite interesting concept. I don't know if it would slow the game down or not. If you actually put it so you had to, give raises and that sort of thing, or work out which guard is better at doing certain things. I think that might be a good idea, because in lulls like this, where I'm not really doing anything, where I'm waiting, you could micromanage that. It would be interesting. It's an interesting idea, isn't it? I think we should get a discussion going in the comments. Let's get a discussion going about this. See what people think. Anyway, prison time. We have 10 prisoners turned up. All medium risk or standard risk. That looks like that's a person of note. Ross Flame Lifshin. What? Lifshin? Lifshin. Who else have we got? No one of note as far as I can see. John Miller, hang on. Sentenced to 6 years for robbery. Isn't John Miller from Saving Private Ryan? Probably, and other things. Richard Roach, manslaughter. That's not good. Simon Pennington, very good. Jesse Dobby, Christopher LeBoucher, Lamb question mark N. What a fathead having names like that. Anyway, so let me just go to deployment for a moment and go to staff only and make sure these are all staff only. Obviously, they now can't go out here. That's something that they fixed for Alpha 12. Prisoners, when they now leave, can go through a staff only area, which is good, because that means that that door there, that jail door, shouldn't be a jail door. Let's lock it open. That should be a staff door. I'll have to change that. I'll lock it open for the time being. But yes, the way this the way it used to work is that the prisoners would just wander out. Why are they taking it to that one? Put them in that one. Lock these doors open as well. And I haven't got individual doors on the cells. I couldn't afford them. Take them to this one, please. You, that one. That's your new cell. Yeah, originally they couldn't go through the black areas if you had your deployment and staff only. These black areas here, if you had these designated as staff only, when they left and when they were released, they couldn't go through it. But now they can, which means you can use your... Oh, let me lock that open. Yeah, I forgot to lock all these... I forgot that the doors lock themselves shut, don't they? Let me lock these all open just to allow them to get in, as well as the laundry and the cleaning... Oh, that's locked shut. Cleaning cupboard, etc. Come on, locked open. Lock all of these open. Workshop we'll leave shut for the time being. We'll lock the cleaning cupboard open for... that's a bad plan, isn't it? Locking the cleaning cupboard open. We're going to open the workshop as well. What we haven't got... Oh, we now have another button called Contraband. I will explain what this is. When you click on it, you get a big list. You get little icons. These icons give you a... idea of what can be gained, or more accurately stolen, from the rooms by the prisoners. So for example, the workshop, you can steal a saw, a screwdriver, a hammer and a drill. The cleaning cupboard, yes, cleaning cupboard, you can steal poison from it. The visitation, you can not steal, but cigs, drugs, booze and mobile phones, they can all be smuggled in by your family, friends or whatever. They can be smuggled in. A fork and a spoon, or a spork, I guess we could have as well in there, they can all be stolen from the canteen. A knife, a fork and a spoon from the kitchen, from the storage area, hammer, drill, saw and screwdriver, and then booze, mobile phone, cigs from the offices, and look at that, drugs, needle, poison, medicine and scissors from the infirmary. So they can all be stolen from there, and they will use them to, well, if we go to our reports and then contraband tab, we can see that we have a supply and demand. This shows you the, the supply and demand of the prison. As you can see, there is some supply for weapons, but currently no demand. which I'm glad for. Prisoners might get demand for things when they feel threatened or whether they feel they need to defend themselves, etc. I'm guessing high-risk prisoners demand weapons more, but I don't actually know that. This is one thing that I'm really worried about, which is why I don't want to get high-risk prisoners straight away, because I haven't actually got the metal detectors to figure these all out. As you can see, we've got a metal detector here. It goes in. There we go. It bleeps. One of these prisoners will have some sort of contraband, because you can see there's some supply for weapons, so one of them's probably started with a weapon. However, there's also demand for narcotics and luxury items like mobile phones, etc., which is something we're going to have to figure out. We're going to have to sort out as well. Where's that guy getting taken? He's getting escorted to sell. We're still escorting these prisoners around, and yeah, we're doing alright, I think. Let me go to that guy and get that guard to go to the workshop. I'm going to go to deployment and patrols, get a patrol going there, and then guard the workshop, just so I can see what's actually going on. Now we have sheet metal turning up, which means the inevitable... What's he doing? Showering? He can't be showering. Deployment. Jobs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 prisoners. He should not be showering. He should be working! What is he doing? Anyway, so, yes, all of these prisoners here, all of these prisoners can be stealing things from this area. It is just a fact, I'm afraid. Oh, it looks like this guy's actually doing the laundry as well. Lovely. When you go to Contraband, if you find something, you get a little icon, which sadly we haven't got yet. Actually, is it sadly? If I haven't got an icon, it means I haven't found anything, but it also means... There might not be anything to find, but we haven't actually got anything. We can't see anything, but normally when you find something, you can mouse over it and it shows you where it came from. So you'll see a line. If it was smuggled in, you'll see a line coming down from the road and then in here. If it's been smuggled in from the visitation, you can see it'll go to the visitation, then come back out. If it's been stolen, you can see where it's been stolen from, where it was detected, and you can also see the owner as well, assuming you find it in their cell. If you find it maybe like stuck in a shower head or under a grate, then you can't actually really discern where it came from, because you can now search everywhere. So if I click on that bench, I can click search, and that guy will go and search it. Where's he going? Oh, he's trying to open these doors for him. Let me open the doors. So you can see these guards are going to run in and search that bench, because they will search it to see if there's anything hidden around it. And it might be that there's some drills there, anything like that sort of thing. Anything can be hidden. That's the thing. Anything can be hidden. We've actually found nothing there. You can also do a shakedown, which searches everything in the prison. Well, it says immediate search of all cells, and it also means the inmates as well. And it says there as well, annoys the hell out of the inmates. It really pisses them off. They are really pissed off when you do it, because if you search an inmate now where it's been unjustified, or in their eyes unjustified, they get annoyed, and then your heat rises, and then violence and death and murder. Should we murder and then death, or death and then murder? Don't know. Oh, why is that guy flashing? He just went through that metal detector, which means he might have something bad on him, so he's now going to get searched. Let's see if he's actually got something bad on him or not. I hope he doesn't, because it means he's not going to be able to work, and he's going to get sent to his cell. Please don't have anything on him. No, he hasn't. Which means he's stashed it somewhere. Where I do not have a clue. Where has he stashed it? Oh, I don't know. He's obviously stashed it somewhere. It could be anywhere. Let's go to Contraband. Can't see anything yet. We'll see. Anyway, danger level is low. 3 prisoners say they're well treated. That's fantastic. If we go to our needs, we can see that there are medium needs for everything, but that's because they've just turned up, and to be fair, I've put them on 6 hours worth of work. Is it 6 hours? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours worth of work. I think the previous one I had 8 hours worth. A little bit overkill. Excuse me. A dry throat. Yes, a little bit overkill, but, you know, whatever. Looks like we're going to get $680 at the end of today. I'm hoping for at least $2,000 worth of workshop output, which means I can then hire some more guards and chefs. At the moment, it's okay. We've got a couple of days until we really need to start worrying about that, but we should be all right. In the short term, I need to hire some more staff. Obviously, an extra guard. 2 extra guards I'm going to go for, and an extra chef, and also probably a cleaner. And then we need to. We're going to get 8 more prisoners. We can only house another 6. Should probably put a holding cell somewhere, shouldn't we? Probably going to put a holding cell there. But I don't know. It depends how much we get from the workshops. If we get a fair amount from the workshops, I'm just going to expand this. We shall see. Someone's probably going to leave in the meantime. The prisoners always leave really early. Let me just force these doors open for them. These doors I'm definitely keeping as jail doors, but that one I want to replace and make it a staff door so the staff can use it. But so I can also keep it closed so prisoners don't just run out. But we do have the prisoner magnet, I think it's been affectionately named, where you have, on your deployment, you have staff-only areas like here, which the prisoners, as long as they're behaving, will sort of not go in there. They don't want to go in there. Where's that guy going? Just opening them doors, is he? Oh, well. Yes, they won't go through them if they're behaving, so it's like a magnet. It pushes them away, rather than, just like a locked door. It means they won't, even if the door's open, they won't go in there. But anyway, we'll see. Anyway, free time, so they're finished working. How much have we got? 29, 28, 29, 18, 18, 23, 30, 30, and 30. That's a fair amount, actually. That's not a bad amount. That's okay. That's enough for me to be happy with. Now, have they stolen anything? No, doesn't look like they have. And this guy? Yep, he's nicked summit for definite. And he's going inside there. Let me just go to deployment and unassign that guard from there. That guy's nicked something. Let me force these doors open. No, you can turn around and go and search this guy because he's got something dodgy on him. This is the thing. Now you have sort of deterrence where that guy just went through that metal detector. If I put a metal detector here near the workshop, which I should have, he would be very deterred from actually stealing anything because he knows that the only option is to go through a metal detector and he's not going to get away with it. That's the thing. So maybe maybe we're going to find something on him. If not, I'm going to search his cell. Haven't found anything on him. I'm going to click on him, click search cell. You can see that because this is designated as his cell, they're going to go in. The guards are going to go in and search his cell. So they're going to search his bed and his toilet because that's the only two things he's got in there. And if they find anything, then he is up Shit's Creek without a paddle. Let me just open these doors. There we go. And are they going to find anything? They might have stashed it somewhere else. No, they haven't found anything. Contraband. Haven't found anything yet. It could be anywhere around here. I don't want to search. Let me just quickly search these areas here. There we go. Let me search these areas. See if there is actually anything around here. Search the phones and such. Our needs are 7 prisoners still well treated. That is excellent. Let me go to my needs. They are okay. Food's a little bit up there, but that's, well, mainly because they haven't been fed today. So it looks like they're going to run in and get fed. All going to stand around. No, there you go. They're going to pick up that. They're going to pick that food up there. Oh, do we have enough? Yeah, we have enough. There's enough gruel for them. Have we found anything yet? No, we haven't. I could do a full search. I could do a shakedown, but that really pisses the prisoners off. And it's something I don't really want to do this early in the prisoner sort of intake. There's no point in doing it now because they've only just turned up and they'll probably be really annoyed. Have them workmen finished that off? Yes, them workmen have finished off that. They've actually brought all the sheet metal to it. Let me have a quick look. Let me put them inside there. See what's in here. And how much metal? Go up here. Come on. I forgot how small their sight range is. Ah, there we go. Fair amount. Cool. Excellent. So, what have we got to do? Oh, they're still carrying sheet metal. What have we got to do? Well, oh, there's more food tray. We have intake in a moment. Let me speed it up. We have intake the next morning, which will give us 8 prisoners. The problem with that is that we can only have 6. We can only house another 6. Depends how much we get from our workshop. I don't think we're going to get enough to build this, which is a bit disappointing. But with that workshop increasing, we should get enough money, so in the next couple of days, we will actually get a fair amount of, we'll get enough money to really start cranking up construction. Obviously, it's slowing down a little bit now that we ran out of money, and because we have auto-saving, because we haven't finished this workshop and there was only a couple of people working in it, you can see they had to move from one press to the other and such. They had to move from the saws to the presses. Because that was the case, we won't get a great amount, but tomorrow, day 7, there should be enough prisoners turning up, even if we got a little bit of overflow, even if we can't build this cell block, to pretty much fully go in that workshop, because we need 12 going in that workshop, and we should have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, we should have enough. Easily enough. And we're actually going to get 18 prisoners anyway, so that'll be okay, and they'll just be left on the deliveries area. I could make something common room. I should really designate this is like, no, not common room. If I have enough money, what I might do, or what I will do, is this common room here, cut out a section of it and make it a holding cell. How much money are we going to get? Oh, look at that license plate. It's 2,756. How much would a foundation for this cost me? Probably 1,700. Oh, way more than we can afford. Let me just cancel that off. So, we have enough for another guard. Another 2 guards. And an extra chef. There we go. And we have 1,246. So I'm going to go to my rooms. And go to... just cancel a bit off the top there. And go to holding cell. Make that a holding cell. Then go to objects. Bench. Put a bench there. Go to bed. Put a bed in 1. 2. Yeah, you're going to need 2. And 1 toilet. Not even going to plumb the toilet in. The only reason I'm putting it there is because then this is now classed as a holding cell, and we'll also finish off that grant, which means that we've got no more grants to do. Even though we won't get any money from that grant, at least we'll still complete it. But yes, there's that grant done. And there's that holding cell there, which means the overflow, they can comfortably come in here, and none of this goes to waste, because obviously when I dismantle the bench and the 2 beds and the toilet, they can then go in the extra cell block that I built here. See? All planned out to perfection. Well, not really. If I thought about it, there we go, there's that grant done. If I thought about it, better, I would have had more money and not have built. I probably wouldn't have put as many pool tables or TVs in, and then I would have had enough to build this. Alas, hindsight. Families. One family's waiting to visit. Not now, surely, because it's in the middle of the night. I have no idea. Right. So, let's go to deployment and go to our jobs. We can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, we're going to have 12 people there, because we're going to get a total of 18 prisoners. So, 12... 13, 14, 15, 16. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There we go. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All of them are working. Job done. All done. Cool. So, are they... Yeah, they're definitely working. I wonder if Chef Excellence is... Yeah, I wonder if Chef Excellence is the head chef in there. Someone will get the Chef Excellence reference. Right, so that toilet is there, but it's not plumbed in, which means they can still go around their business. They can still go about their business, if you know what I mean. But yeah, you don't need to plumb it in. Actually, I don't. Oh, shower time. Why is it shower time? Is it morning already? Let me get this guard in here. Come on, get in there. So yes, there's a couple of things we need to do to sort of start to getting this prison up to scratch, because the problem with Alpha 12, or not really the problem, but Alpha 12 brought in Contraband. Or it brought it to a fairly large extent, where, let me check our Contraband tab. Yeah, there's a big supply for weapons, and a big demand for narcotics and luxuries, but there's no supply. So we know that they're going to be trying to steal narcotics and luxury items. Now, currently narcotics is in the infirmary, which is something actually that I might as well just go to deployment and staff only and do that, because we don't need them to go there yet. There hasn't been any violence. Hopefully we won't have any. So that should cut that supply off. The luxury items can come from... Let's have a quick look. Luxury items can come from... nowhere. Oh, well, the visitation and this area here. So they're not really going to get into there, because all of this is staff only. So if they're around there, we know what they're doing. And if they're around there, to be honest, they're probably just going to be so pissed off they're just going to run outside. So they're probably going to be smuggled in from here. So I think the first thing I need to do when I get a bit of money is to put a metal detector there. And then that'll allow me to detect anything that goes through. Although metal detector only detects metal objects, as you might imagine. So, for example, if I go to Contraband, you can see that booze, it's narcotics and luxury items. If you go to spoon, it's tools and metal. So that will set the metal detector off. Metal detector reads Let me have a quick look. Find contraband in your prison takes pass through these. It will require a guard to be nearby to take the contraband. Do metal detectors only detect metal, or does it detect all contraband? I did read the patch notes. I just can't remember. Oh well, I'm guessing the latter or the former. I don't know. Anyway, excuse me for a moment while I dismantle that jail door, and then dismantle that staff door, and then switch them round. Because that's free, and it means that I now have a staff door which can always be closed, and the staff can use. Even though it slows me down a little bit, I might as well lock them open. I'd rather be safe than sure. So, is that guy jumping in there? Yeah, he's going to play a bit of pool. Under the pool table. Whatever. So, we have 8 prisoners turning up now, and then 9 prisoners tomorrow, which means I'm going to go to prisoners and close the risk. Anyone that anyone of note here? That I can see? I mean, everybody's of note, but anyone, that I recognise? No, not really. Not really. So, it's eat time. Let me get someone in here. Let me go to deployment and guard. Someone guarding here, patrol, and then we're just going to patrol, just like that for now. It's just so we can go up and down. Eventually, I'm going to put some CCTV cameras in there. Let me force all these doors open for them. Let's go to objects and jail door, put a jail door there, and then put a staff door there. Like so. And then we have a staff door going from there to there. Perfect, lovely, job done. We'll force all these open because these guys are now getting taken in. I should have really had a metal detector on the entrance here. That would have probably been more beneficial than where it is now, because then it detects everything that goes through. Yeah, I really should do that. I really should do that, shouldn't I? I should have... Actually... That is the worst place to put the metal detector, isn't it? Why is this only a realisation to me now? If I put it there, it would have detected everybody that goes through it instead of anyone that comes through here. If I put it there, they eventually have to go through that area there to go into here. Although, to be fair, they can walk around. But if they do that, I know for a fact they are holding some sort of contraband, because they will actively avoid metal detectors. So if they go all the way around, there's only one reason, and that's because they're trying to avoid the metal detectors. Where's he getting taken to? Oh, holding cell. He's getting taken to the holding cell. Same as that guy, I'm guessing. Oh no, he actually has a cell. So, I'm going to dismantle it, and I'm going to put it there, probably. Even though they'll never go back that way. But anyway, better late than never, I guess. Where do I put it? Utilities. I don't know. Where do I put the metal detector? Where does one put the metal detector? I could put... There's probably the ideal place. No. It's going to be there. It's going to be there because they always go... They always go inside the canteen at some point. All of them will always go inside the canteen. That's a common point where they go in. Although they all do turn up in here. They all do turn up in the prison, obviously. Not all of them. They'll only turn up once, though. And if they're not smuggling anything, it doesn't detect them. Otherwise, when they go back out, they're never going to go through that door again, which means they're never going to go through the metal detector. So I've convinced myself that where I've put it now is the best place for the time being. Eventually, metal detector, metal detector, metal detector, metal detector. Same thing, 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 same. Metal detectors everywhere, the whole place. But I do like this contraband thing because it adds a. It's not powered up. Why is it not powered up? Because there's no cable to it. That's why it's not powered up. Yes, the whole. Actually, let me undo that. Let me cancel that. The reason is I'm going to do that because eventually. This place, all of this is going to be powered by that one there, and I don't want to connect up there because it means more I have to cut off later on down the line. See? Thinking ahead. So, yes, I do like this contraband thing. I do like the update because it gives you more things to... More things to juggle. Every alpha, you're just adding an extra ball to the amount you have to juggle. But not just that. The way that you can now... you have to plan your prison out according to, things like, metal detectors. You have to plan it out better so they're not going to steal things. There's now a massive downside of workshops because that's where most of the stuff will come from. He's just come from there probably, so let's just search him. Because he might have stolen something. And I've got the doors locked open, because I'm stupid. But no, it just means they can go in there quickly. But yes, that's the idea, and we're going to have one prisoner due for release. Fantastic. But yes, you have to really think about it. It also gives you something to keep an eye on. Another aspect, another feather to its cap. We can see we've got weapons and tools as supply, and demand for narcotics and luxuries, but they're not getting supplied. I'm guessing in the next couple of alphas we're going to see escapes, like digging tunnels and such. I would really hope that. That would be fantastic. Anyway, work time. Let me go to deployment. Unassign someone from the canteen and deploy them to there. And I might as well leave it like that. So we've got someone assigned to the workshop now. Hopefully there'll be enough. We need a cleaner, but I can't really afford one. If I hire one now, it means that we're not going to have enough money for all the sheet metal, and I'll be honest, that's more important than a clean prison at this particular point. So it looks like we've got enough to work on everything here. We've actually got one spare sitting around, this guy here, who can walk around, carry sheet metal, which is fantastic. We have... how many assigned to laundry? 3 assigned to laundry, 2 assigned to cleaning. That should hopefully clean the prison, because there's not a great deal to clean. Just these areas, these 2 areas, and this area here. These areas are off limits to them, so that's okay. There we go, there's more sheet metal coming along. So that should be okay. We're getting 1,084 generic credits per day now. That's just off prisoners only. That's not including the probably 2,000 or 3,000. I'm hoping for more, in fact, off this workshop. The plan now is probably to build another cell block and just keep on getting prisoners now. We're now on the point where we can start getting more prisoners. We also have to worry about the canteen, however, adding more people in, getting more people for the canteen. Getting more benches and tables and such for the canteen, expanding that as we go, as well as start putting in more metal detectors. But it's all a progressive thing now. We are pretty much up and running, which I'm very glad at, actually. That's pretty good. Where's he going? Wandering around there for some reason. Our needs, danger level, in fact, is low. 8 prisoners say they're well treated. 1 prisoner has serious complaints. Apparently exercise. Huh. Didn't know that was... I don't know why that's high. Maybe because I haven't got any... benches or anything. Like work benches. The things that you pump. Yeah. What are they called? Them things, you know what I mean. Them things. Yeah. Weight bench. They haven't got any weight benches. I don't know. What I am going to do, however, is... because this is actually 2 yards, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm going to go to rooms and yard and cancel that out. Like so. Cancel that off. And then designate all of this as yard. Like so. Like that. And like that. Even though it goes over the paths and such, it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't bother me that it goes over the paths. That's okay, I think. We're going to fill all of that with grass and such. There's no point in having a gap all the way around. It's just a bit silly. Right. 18 prisoners of 16. Not ideal. 1 person is due for release, so then we'll go down to 1 less, which means they're probably going to come out of the holding cell and into the cell, I would hope. I'm hoping it's not a holding cell person that's getting released. Look at that guy, he's just wandering around. It says working, but he's not really working, he's just wandering around. Are they actually cleaning anywhere? Let me get these guys in here. I don't know what... actually, let me put them in the cleaning cupboard. Is there someone in here? Why are they not doing anything? It's because of the cleaner. Yeah, the cleaner. You need a cleaner for it to work. I'm convinced. You need a cleaner for it to work. And I haven't actually got that unlocked anyway. Great. Okay, let's go to deployment, jobs, unassigned from there because there's no point. 1 more to there, 1 more to there. Job done. 1 more to the laundry and 1 more to the workshop. There we go. And yeah, we might as well. Yeah, we need another cleaner, but well, we need a cleaner, but in order to do that, we need to go to our bureaucracy and actually research cleaning. $2 grand. Bit expensive, really, isn't it? A bit expensive, I feel. But anyway, looks like we're getting a lot more sheet metal. The flow of sheet metal. The sheet metal must flow. How much have we got? How much sheet metal are we going through here? A lot. The more sheet metal, the better, though, really. It really is the more sheet metal, the better. Do you want to take it off the trucks? No? I encountered a bug, actually, and I didn't realise this until I was playing single player, but if you put deliveries below garbage, so I've got deliveries and then garbage. If you put it the other way around, so you have garbage and then deliveries, it actually drops off the garbage at deliveries. If it'll come to here. They'll load up all the garbage, move down to the deliveries, and then dump it all. And it's a sort of infinite loop where it just stacks garbage up constantly. And I didn't realise, and I was like, oh god, this is not good. And it was really a big problem until I actually Googled it. And I checked on the wiki, actually, and checked for known bugs, and it was there straight away, right near the top. But anyway, that's not good. Danger levels rising. I'm guessing it's because of the exercise. Yeah, it is. Let me put in a couple of them exercise weights bench things. We'll put one there. We'll put one there. We don't have enough money for any more, but that's okay. Let me check our regime. We're almost finished work time. That's okay. I was going to say, if it was going to be a couple more hours, I would cancel that off and let them go and actually work. I don't think you need to assign yard time. I don't think that's something you need to do. Please, no, put the weights bench. Put their weights in first. Please, put the weight benches in first. Put them in first. They're not going to put them in first, are they? Fantastic. Are they going to walk around now? They need exercise, but they're not using the yard. I mean, it is a yard. It is a real working yard. Doesn't say it needs to be behind walls or anything. Oh, that guy. There we go. He's having exercise now. There we go. He's actually using the exercise area. He's using the yard. That's fine. We'll put in the weights bench, and then hopefully that'll do him. Right. Oh, and that guy's been released as well. Fantastic. So, I think we're doing alright. I think we're going to leave it there. So, we have workshop up and running, getting a lot of money. We have all of this done. We have more prisoners than we can hold, but we're getting there. Next episode, just carrying on, I guess. So, comments in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and you know, partings.